Okay, so today we have our special 2012 Christmas holiday cookies we're going to make today. We are going to make traditional white wine, Italian white wine biscuits. Very simple to make. I'm going to go through the ingredients right now as it stands right now. You're going to have 1 cup of white wine. I use a Chardonnay or a Chablis. Seems to work fine, but whatever particular wine flavor you like is you can use. But you're going to put 1 cup of white wine in the bowl. Then you're going to add 1 cup of vegetable oil. I use canola oil. That seems to work quite well. Okay. 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay. Then you're going to add 5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's it. Goes in the bowl. Then you mix it up. You can use a mixer. I tend to like to mix it by hand, and then we'll show you how we roll these out and get them on the trays. Okay? So you can see what's going on with this dough. Okay, just mixing it, turning it, mixing it, kind of squeezing it. Okay, and you're going to want to, if you mix it by hand, you're going to want to knead this pretty good for about, good 4 or 5 minutes at least. Okay, until it's mixed well, and it gets a good texture to it, easy to work with, easy to shape for when we make the cookies. Okay, so I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll try and give you a good view of this so you can see it, what that looks like for when it starts getting like a nice Play-Doh consistency. Remember Play-Doh? That is, it's a little soft, well, it's a little softer than Silly Putty, but once you get to that consistency, after about 5 minutes of kneading this, okay, you're ready to start shaping. So I'll get my pans ready. And of course, we'll be patiently waiting for this first taste. So we have our first sheet pan. You're going to need 2, okay? And what I do is I put parchment paper on the bottom because occasionally these tend to burn or get a little browner on the bottom than the top if you just put them on the pan by themselves. So using the parchment paper seems to help. So you want to use that. That works. You don't have to, but they come out much better. So I'm going to start rolling these, okay? And what we do is we just take a first bit of dough, like we have here, okay, and roll it in a ball. I'm going to use my countertop right here, okay? I remember as a kid making Play-Doh snakes or whatever it was. You roll it out and you make it about 6 to 8 inches long. Okay, and once you get it to like about that, what you do is just twist it around and tuck it in on the bottom, so it looks like almost like a little Siemens knot. Okay, and then put it on the tray like such. Okay. And then once we're all done, we're going to brush it with a beaten egg, 1 egg with some water to coat the tops. Okay, so again, I'll do 1 more, and then got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. When you roll this out, if it gets a little too long, just break it off. Like this one here might, until you get the hang of it. So if you don't need the whole thing, you just put it back in the bowl for the next batch. Okay, and voila, you have it. Okay, so we got our egg, 1 egg and a little bit of water, just enough to drizzle over the top to make it a little, to thin out the egg. And we're just gonna scramble that up. Okay. And again, you want it to be nice and fluid, so you know, when we take our pastry brush, we can coat those biscuits fairly easy. So after about a minute of that, that's good. Have a pastry brush, and we're just gonna dip that in there and just lightly brush the tops of these biscuits with the egg wash. And that kind of helps give it a nice glossy look to it, and kind of holds it together a little bit, because the outside egg wash will get a little hard and it'll stop them from flattening out. So anyway, I do that for all of them, and after rolling them out, lo and behold, I got 1 dozen, 2 dozen, perfect. Just seems to come out that way once you get the hang of it. Usually get about 3 dozen wine biscuits for each one of those batches. So, okay, I'm going to finish those up and then we'll pop them in the oven. Okay, so we got our oven at 350 degrees. Time is going to go to 25 minutes. Okay, and we'll open that up. Put this one in, nice and easy. And gotta put it in that way because that's small. And then we got our small one here. Okay, and everyone must be wondering, you know, what's in the big pot. What we have here is a gravy. It's got meatballs, sausage, lamb, pork, and I can't show you how to make it, but I can show you the gravy. Okay, and we'll come back when those are done in 25 minutes. Okay, Wolfie? Okay, so the wine biscuits are done, and you can see just as they start turning brown, see that up on the top, a golden brown? That means they're ready. These actually had to stay an extra 5 minutes because when I opened them they hadn't started browning up yet. Then you can see how nice the bottoms come when you use the parchment paper. And these are best, actually not, these aren't really good to eat warm. You want these to cool down all the way down to room temperature. Even let them hang out for a while, a couple hours. And they're actually better when they're room temperature, because then they get really hard. The harder the better. So anyway, enjoy everybody and have a great Christmas. And of course, you know who gets the first taste. Wolfie. There you go, Wolfie. Let's see if he likes it. Where are you going? Oh yeah, tail's wagging. Wolfie likes it.